There are two types of parsley. There's the curly leaf parsley, as you see here on the left. The curly leaf parsley is used a lot as a garnish. And the other type of parsley is Italian flat-leaf parsley, and you see it on the right. The Italian flat-leaf parsley is the type of parsley I plant the most in my garden because I prefer its very robust flavor. Here is a view of my parsley patch. It's about 3 feet by 2 feet, and it provides all of the parsley I need for my day-to-day cooking and my tabbouleh salads. Now in Texas you can plant parsley in the months of January and February for a spring crop, or you can plant in September for a winter and spring crop. I plant most of my parsley in September, and this allows me to have parsley all winter and spring. Now parsley is a very cold hardy plant, but if temperatures are expected to be 20 degrees or below, or ice or snow are in the forecast, then I cover the parsley patch for the night with a blanket and uncover it once the temperature is above 20 degrees and all ice and snow has melted. Now when you get ready to plant your parsley seeds, this is what they look like. And you want to plant the seeds 1/4 inch deep in a place that receives full sun or partial shade and in loosened soil that contains compost. Now I pre-soak my parsley seeds overnight in a glass jar with some water in it to help speed up the germination rate, or the rate at which the seeds will sprout, because parsley seeds can take between 21 and 36 days to germinate. So this definitely helps speed up the process of germination. So again, I soak it overnight and then I plant them the very next morning. And you can choose to plant in rows. I already have a row dug here. And you can just sprinkle the seeds in, sprinkle a lot of seeds in, or you can choose to plant with what I call plant moats. And here, some of you have asked about this, so I'm going to show you here. Basically, it's a sports cup that has the center cut out of it, and the center part is what I call the plant moat. And I use these to put around young seedlings, and it helps to keep crawling insects from eating the plant. It's very, very helpful for protection. Now here I planted my row, and now I'm going to plant my, using my little plant moats. And so I dug a little hole there, and I'm going to put my seeds in. I use some better soil in there too around the seeds just to help, and then I firm the soil a little bit. And then I put the second one in. A good thing about plant moats is it allows you to space out your 6 inches apart. It's good for a home gardener who doesn't have a huge patch. And actually I forgot to put my fresh good dirt in there, so I took that off and replaced it, and now I'm planting my seeds. And something else to remember when you're planting parsley is don't ever plant it with another member of the carrot family. And water it well after you've planted it. And also remember that parsley can be planted in pots outside, or it can be planted indoors and put on a sunny windowsill. Now when your parsley is about 6 inches tall, you can start to harvest the leaves. And you want to just use the outside leaves, and because you don't want to harvest the whole plant. So leave the plant there and keep harvesting the outside leaves, and this allows you not to have any downtime in between your harvest, or between the parsley that you're using. So so you can just come out and choose the parsley that you need for your daily dish. Like this is about how much I would use for just a regular parsley dish. Or I'll harvest a lot more for tabbouleh. Now, one thing you have to be on the lookout for in Texas, as the days get warmer and warmer, the plant will begin to send up these central stalks that are a little higher than the rest of the plant. This is an indication that the plant is going to start trying to bolt or to make flowers that turn into seeds. To ensure that the plant keeps making more leaves, cut off that central top, and so the plant will not invest so much time in making seeds and less leaves. Now, as the weather gets warmer and warmer, it's only a matter of time before you can't do this anymore, and then you'll just finally have to harvest the crop. And when you harvest the parsley, it's best to freeze it. Freezing it maintains its wonderful flavor better than any other method, especially drying. Drying is not very good for parsley. So what I do is I wash my parsley very well and I let it dry almost to the point where it's totally dry, but it still has a little moisture in it. And then I put it in freezer bags and push out some of the air, and then I let it dry flat in the freezer, and this allows it to keep from sticking together so much. And then once it's totally frozen, you can pick it up and move it around any way you want. So this is very helpful, and it provides parsley, fresh parsley, all throughout the year. Anytime you need it, you can just simply open your freezer door and get some. And another method that you can use, here's how the parsley looks once it comes out of the freezer. It's been totally frozen. See, it still has that nice bright green color, and it just pulls apart very easily. So you can see how easy this would be to use in your dishes. Another method some people like to use too to freeze their parsley is to simply put the parsley in ice trays and then add water and then freeze it. And then once the cubes are totally frozen, you pop the cubes out and you put the cubes in a freezer bag. So I personally prefer the freezer bag method because it takes up less space and I don't have the water to contend with the ice cubes. But it's pretty nice, so if you're making soup or something like that that already has a little water in it, and you can just drop the ice cube in that has the parsley in it. Now, something else I do, once I harvest what I want out of my garden, I leave the rest of the crop for the black swallowtail butterflies every year. The black swallowtail butterflies love parsley. It is one of their favorite host plants. A host plant is a plant that the butterflies will lay their eggs on. And this is what she's doing right here. You see she's using her abdomen to place an egg on the plant. She'll place it on the flowers or the underside of the leaves. And these little eggs are only about 1 millimeter long. They're very small, so that's why I quit harvesting, because I don't want to disturb the eggs. And these eggs will soon hatch into little bitty caterpillars that are very small in the beginning, and then the caterpillars grow pretty fast. Here you see a little one with a big one right above it. And so as you can see, this parsley patch is very beloved by all of the caterpillars. So as the caterpillars get larger and larger, they will become about the size of your finger, and then they will turn into a chrysalis, and they will spend all winter as a chrysalis. And then next spring, they will hatch and return as a butterfly to your garden again. And any of the flowers that were not eaten by the caterpillars will also make seeds. And when the seeds are golden brown, I harvest them in the fall and then plant my crop all over again. So enjoy your parsley, and thank you so much for watching.